Hi everyone, good morning. So for this week, this topic discussion, I'm going to be talking about week 5, and it says, discuss the media's responsibility to the public. Does the media have a responsibility to give the people what they want or to give the people what they need? Who makes the determination what the people want or need? So I believe that it is the media's responsibility to give the public what we need to hear first and foremost, whether that be regarding politics, weather, traffic, crime, locally, nationally, or internationally. I think it's really important for us all to be informed and just really know what is going on. And with that being said, I feel like the media can definitely give us what we want also. I believe that it's here to somewhat entertain us also. So if you look at entertainment channels such as, TMZ, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, they're all giving us, stories about, the recent celebrities and stuff like that. So we're very, entertained with that. And, with social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that, we're getting a lot of entertainment that way and news that way. So that's kind of how we're getting both sides to it. But first and foremost, I do believe that the media should be giving us the public what we need to hear, first and foremost. And so with that, I'm going to give a little example. So let's, my example with Fox and CNN. It's definitely one-sided. It's definitely, biased opinions and stuff like that. To be honest, I'm not really looking for an opinion. I'm looking for facts. I really want to know what is going on in this world and, regarding politics and stuff like that. Just if you turn one channel, it's definitely going to be to the right, and if you go to the other channel, it's to the left. So you're basically getting one opinion the entire time. Like, the channel's not going to be saying, oh hey, let's check out this other opinion and stuff like that. So it's definitely, I feel like that is, what it's definitely wrong with the news today. It's not really informing us. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. And, we're just being entertained by opinions and not really given facts unless we're that type of person that's watching that news segment. And if you only focus on that, like I said, you're only getting one side of it. So, who makes the determination for what the people want or need? So I definitely think at first it's definitely the media corporations because, they are responsible for putting out the stories and getting everything out. But ultimately, I think it's what the consumers have. The consumers are the ones who consume it, and we ultimately decide what we want to hear and what we need. And so basically, I think it all comes down to us. And a quote that I found regarding the penny press, found on page 123, it says, they have considered the penny press to be the origin of true journalism. And I think that stuck out to me because that was the first newspaper to actually give facts and not opinions. So it was informing the people what they needed to know and not giving opinions so much. It was regarding what was happening, like around them and stuff like that. So that really got me, and it was like, that's what true journalism used to be. It was just going back, and you actually knew what was going on. It wasn't just based off of opinions. But then like I said before, it can also, news is here to entertain us, so like I said, we as the media consumers pick and choose what we want to hear and see. So another example that I found on page 127 regarding the Great Moon hoax, this was a story in 1835, and that paper exceeded more, times around than it made more headway than the times in London. And I didn't think it really needed to be reported, because there was this big war going on, and I felt like the war was more important to report on than a moon hoax. So, but like I said, people thought it was interesting, but I definitely think that the war should have been reported on more. And then another example I found was on page 130, the murder of the prostitute Helen Jewett. And it was gruesome. They were talking about details about her death, and I felt that I didn't really think it needed to be reported like that. And that got more attention than the Mexican army defeat at the Alamo. And, just people thought it was more interesting. And I just, the gruesome details, people don't really need to know that. That should have been kept quiet. And, it's ultimately a combination of what the public wants to hear. So this leads me actually to William Lloyd Garrison on page 146, and he started a newspaper called the Liberator. And he graphically, explained the conditions of, the slaves, and how he wasn't for it, and he wanted to inform people about it. He wanted to say, this is what is happening to them, and this is how they're being treated. He wanted the public to really know what was going on. And, it wasn't right, and it was something that was definitely needed to be made well aware of. And it also, and it was because of this that, the blacks started getting, their own newspapers, and the black press was, on page 149, that was founded with 40 black newspapers being created, right before the Civil War. And, it was because of, William Lloyd Garrison's newspaper that they were able to get started. And, that ultimately led to Frederick Douglass, and, he was the most well-informed black man ever. And he really got his information out about slaves too. And it was just made possible like that. So ultimately, I believe that the media does have a right to give us what we need. We can be entertained with it a little bit much, so it's definitely a combination, and how we choose to go about it is our choice. So thank you everyone for listening, and hope you guys have a great day.